Morning, Dowse.
Morning, David.
Let's start off, before we talk about football. Last Saturday, you went to meet supporters in O'Neill's. Have you recovered yet?
How's your head? By the time I woke up on Wednesday, I realised we had 6 points, in the bag, so it was quite good. No, great. I was going for an hour, and I think I got a 11:20 train home to Walton. Great crack, great seeing everybody, seeing different supporters. Jevon Kim popped in. Kelvin, was his fault I stayed out, to be honest, Kelvin, because I wanted to go home, but he kept us out. Dave Curtis popped in, a director. So it's nice that directors and the supporters and the chairman and myself, Phil the physio come, girls teams come, Julian and some of the girls teams come. John, girls team manager, came as well. So it's nice they all get together like that, and stuff. And we've had a couple of nights like that down Blackies. It's nice to go in the town centre with the supporters, and they were singing songs, and there was all good atmosphere and all the rest of it. So I was pleased to meet everybody and meet new people as well. So that's what it's about. So every now and again we'll do that, we can. And my hours usually turn into a few hours, as you know, David. So it's one of them where I really enjoyed it, and especially winning the game as well. Everybody's in a good mood, and it was nice to see everybody. Yeah, so we should do a few of them where we'll meet at different places in the town or wherever, and meet up with supporters and new ones.
Yeah, brilliant. Good to know.
Yeah.
Okay, so before that, we'd of course played Solihull first, but Solihull, not Solihull. First versus second, and all the hype that built up to it. In the end, 2-0, and it didn't flatter us, I don't think.
It didn't. I felt in the second half, if he had scored, we might have been under the cushion. But I thought it was a great. We're competing against these managers like me and coaches for Ian and Martin and Matt. And Tim Flowers, blinking heck, what he's done in the game, fantastic. He was a proper fella. Afterwards, there's a pint, proper. The same as like Peter Taylor and all that. So we knew we'd be a big, strong side. We knew that would cause problems, offset players in corners and aerial battles. I thought we dealt with it very well first half. I thought the second half was sloppy. A couple of times the centre half, so let centre forwards run in and had one-on-ones and never hit the target. But if he had scored one, I thought we could have been under the cosh. But the lads held out, put the bodies on the line, as they do, but never comfortable. And but a great 3 points against a very good side, So we just got to try to keep on getting points. So I've got to be full of credit to the lads for doing it, but not enough to say, yeah, that was brilliant, because I'm yet to see we conceded a good goal yet. That's the thing what we trained last night. Dover, we're going to Dover. Well done. 10-minute hot day. We're probably the only side in the country, I imagine, who kept the same team from the Saturday and Monday, because we're a big believer. If you play well, you keep your players, and we thought it was the best thing to do and use the subs a bit later on. It was always a plan. We looked shattered, we looked tired, didn't pass the ball well, didn't move it quickly. Then all of a sudden we concede the sloppiest goal again. We can't keep conceding these sloppy goals. You look at Chesterfield, Vale and all that, and stuff like that. All the shots. If somebody does like our 2 goals on Monday, great, Blinken Heidi, great header, great ball by Tobbs, great finish by Edster, good play by Hodgie, and they're good goals, but the goals we're conceding are useless. So we sort of said in training last night, it's alright when you're winning games, but we can't concede the goals we're conceding, So centre forwards are scoring goals, wingers are getting that side to that side, and like it was last week, putting it in. So we're disappointed about that, but I felt with if we go jump to one to do it, I felt it was a bit leggy. I think lads' games, I felt the heat took it out the weekend. Was it the right thing to do? Play the same team. We've won a game, but I'm not so sure, to be honest. I thought a couple of changes probably should have come in, but we go down to 10 men. I thought it was the hardest bit, because he just had the 2 bags of 4, and that's hard to break down. And that's the first time we were probably favourites since the Aldershot to win a game. Yeah. And I felt as though that we didn't pass it cleanly enough. We're going side to side, making them work, and also the tired, and we've got rewards. But we're not daft. We're doing well at the minute, but we need to win a game on Saturday again, don't we?
Of course. We said this time last week that Jake Hyde had been putting his hand up to get back in the team, and you brought him back in last Saturday. Well, and he paid you back by scoring.
That was more than a hand. It was more like a hand on my neck, to be honest. So it's one of them where it was a great argument. Fantastic, loved it. And great, it's fantastic. That's what you do. But he's trained hard. He hasn't missed any pre-season. He's trained hard. He had the hump that he got left out, and it wasn't a dropping. It was just horses for courses, we keep saying. And he's come back. He's went, right, off for girls. Drop us now. How can I drop him now? Or leave him out of the team now? Not drop him, leave him out of the team. So that's the best way to answer. Rather than these people who come on and you have players who sit there and say, well, I'm not happy about this, and they don't do nothing about it. I look at a couple of players last night in training, I'm thinking, do you actually want to get in the first team? And all that, and you do that, and you don't miss much. But hey, to be honest, after that chat, went straight on the training ground, went, boom, I want to be in. I changed the pattern of play we did, so he was in it. would he play? He's played. He's done very, very well, and he's hungry for more. Like so, he's done great, and a great header, great. But the ball from Tops was brilliant.
Yeah.
A great header, and tightness come in, but a great strike by Toby, who went there and celebrated, and I think that went on for about 10 minutes of celebration, didn't it? And he jumps in and gives his dad a cuddle and all that. So it's fair play to Toby.
Yeah, see, I think he not only left the pitch without permission, he left the ground
I know.
without permission.
You do. It's different. Referees booked them and all. Like you're thinking, I've got the laws of the game. We got done for surrounding the referee at one game the other week, and I'm thinking, let's take all the passion out of football, and let's take all the passion out of football. I agree with tackles getting red cards, and you don't want to see anybody getting sent off. You don't. But if it is, it is. If it's one of ours, and I agree that every now and again it's handbags and everybody piles in, but you take the passion out of it. Where's it gone? I went to the league managers meeting in the summer, and every rule it got suits the referee. Every single rule about surrounding them, which I agree with the extent we get fined, which we've had a fine. These freaking goal line things, the keeper and all that, So the bounce ball where we've got to give it every single, just make it easier for the refs. And that's what I thought it was. I walked away from there thinking every single rule the FA put in are all being beneficial for referees, so make their job easier. You take a passion to football, what we're supposed to do is just clap people, you're not supposed to tackle anymore. You're not supposed to go and greet the fans when you score a goal. It's a unique moment. I think I've got to have a bit of, bit of savvy about them. Obviously, I had the time on and all the rest of it. So it's like this, the worst rule ever they've put in is, if you get taken off and you're on the far side, you've got to go off the far side.
Yeah.
Well, imagine Josh Casey getting taken off and he's got to go past them Aldershot fans there to come round or face the first an Aldershot player. It's the worst rule ever. I just had the time on. If you won't get on, book him, or just say, I got him on the clock and all that, which the referees never do. I got him on the clock. How can anybody think in football to make up a rule to say you've got to go off where you need to have off the pitch? Because if you're in front of their fans, it's crazy. So just say, okay, you've got 15 seconds to get off the pitch. If you're not off the pitch, you're booked. Simple as that. So you've got to jog off. Simpler.
Yeah, I agree. But having said that, though, we've only seen it happen once this season, and that was Tops at Fylde, wasn't it?
No, you were probably out on the Friday night, David. It was against Dagenham, and stuff like that.
That's right, yeah.
You probably had nearly night.
He did have to go off on the far touchline and walk around. That's the only substitution.
I've seen it a few times in our league, and I'm just thinking, I'm just looking at the rules. Don't change any rules, and no, it's going to become a non-contact sport because what you see in this Premiership now, and it's going to become non-contact that you can't attack, and you get ear touch, and you get ear booking, and you get 2 yellows for 2 handbag tackles and all that, and it drives you, it does your head in, and players are going to say they're tired, and a couple of our players were saying they're tired on Monday, but they've had Tuesday off, they've had Wednesday off, we're training last night, they've got a day off. How many more days have they got to have off? So that's the difference of being probably good being part-time, because other players at other clubs will come in, I feel leggy, I feel tired, fag, or whatever you call it now. It must have made these things up, because we know how to when I played. I used to do a 4 or 5 mile run on a Friday, and people said, on a Friday, I did when I was in Gator. I was the fittest bloke, and people say, you can't do a 5 mile run on a Friday, and you've got to give them a Saturday. Well, I did. You're different, I'm not. That's what you used to do. You used to train as hard as you can. You used to have fitness sessions on a Thursday, ready for Saturday's game. Because of all this rubbish what these scientists have brought in, they want to think that they can't play 2 games, tired, the lads look leggy, or all of us. It doesn't suit with me, to be honest. That's why I made manage. I'll probably go out the game eventually. But the old-fashioned model is, if you're getting paid to play football part-time, if I was getting paid to play at Chesterfield, Barrow tomorrow, on telly next week at Hartlepool, which is a ridiculous game by the way, at 7:30 that night, and all that's it. If you don't get a buzz out of playing or coming, you best stop chucking in. All these players just make excuses. They do.
No, I understand that. But having said all that, let's turn to Monday and talk about the heat, because that was possibly the hottest playing area I've ever stood on. I think.
Aye.
I mean, it was vicious.
It is, but it was the same for both sides, and all of this. And their manager is a good lad. Andy Hester, I've got a lot of time for him. He's a very passionate guy. You don't play 500 league games if you're not like that. And he was Favy, and I've always respected him. I've always liked him, to be honest. Always see him at the, when I see him, I always have a good chat with him. And it was one of them games where he took over. It was like a pre-season friendly. I never felt comfortable in the game. I thought it was a flat. I thought we looked tired in the heat, if you like, and they did as well. And because we never made any changes, you win a game and you think it's right. We wanted to stick the same and make earlier changes to give a bit of, firepower, with Hodgie coming on and running at people and things like that, and Ibs coming on running at people, or Puka coming in. So the heat was very. I've got the heat one. I've had to wear a cap, haven't I? Because obviously Mother Nature's taking care of my hair, and so I've got to wear a cap and all the rest of it. But it was very hot, and you try to demand, you try to shout. It was hilarious at one point. Turby's gives it back, which I like that. And I said, Turby, get yourself everything back there. And he said, I can't. He's pointing like, yeah, I can't move. I say, you flick it, So, but it's just trying to get that extra ounce out of the players.
Yeah.
To be fair, I think the manager mentioned it could be dangerous, to be honest. If you played all them on Saturday and come to Monday, it could be dangerous to see the Heat's bank holiday, and stuff like that. If they're playing Saturday in an unbelievable heat and playing again on Monday, you could be seeing when these games get called off for frost or rain. Yeah. It could be a shout for that, It could be something to look at, But listen, we've got through it and we're pleased and we're delighted. And we did keep the ball well side to side, but without any temper. And I'm thinking, where we're going to score a goal? They sat that deep, we couldn't get in behind them. We got the 2 points of 4, they've done very well, probably being full aim on the training ground under a very good organiser and the manager we've got. Sometimes on the other foot, when you go down to 10 and your job's just like we've done it here now with 9 men, didn't we? When I got sent off, Ian got sent off, Morton took a game against Dorford last year, and we're nearly one kick away at just doing your bank. So you can't do it, you can't say, listen, come and break, we're down, the pressure builds, and we were favourites to do that, but we're not daft. We just got to keep on going, and training last night. We trained last night. I thought it started off well, but it got sloppy. We told the players that. And they've got to keep the standards up, So nobody's got carried away. Nobody's mentioned we've been top of the league. Nobody in BT's mentioned it, to be honest. Nobody in the papers are really saying. Everybody thinks a bubble will burst. Everybody thinks. One thing that gets on my nerves, to be honest, is say, well, 2 years ago you were top and all that. And I've said it once or twice, but that's nothing to do with us because that's what happened then. What happens now. I'm not saying it's going to be different at all. But the thing is, we can't look what happened 2 years ago. We've got to look what happens now. We've got to win a game of football on Saturday. If we lose it, we've got to beat Torquay.
Yeah. I know you don't watch other managers' interviews and so on, but Andy Hessenthaler was quite. It was almost humorous, his interview, because he kept saying how much he hated football.
You do when you lose.
Well, yeah, and he had no problem with the sending off, and I think he thought in his heart of hearts that player had let his teammates down, and that possibly that was what cost them the game, because it was the 87th minute when we got the winner. We basically wore them down in that heat. Yeah, it did. And credit to them for holding out as long as they did. But his main thing was he was very unhappy with the schedule. And I think what he was talking about there was the second game in 3 days in this month where you have 8 or 9 fixtures. Have you got any views on having so many games in August?
If you lose a game, like Ali's very competitive as well, I'll probably be the same if I lost a game. We're all the same. Managers on the change when you go in a technical area and all that, and you can't. A lot of games, but the only thing I can flag up is it's harder for us because our lads actually the next year being got to go to work. Yeah. So we went Saturday, Monday, be at work on Tuesday. We've had to work on Friday, and the Heat had to work on Thursdays before training. So that's the thing we can flag up. So, but we don't have it now at change room. To be fair, the lads are a very honest bunch of lads. So we don't go in the change room saying, we've been at work all day. We don't go there saying, on the pitch and all that before kick-off saying, well, listen, just watch yourselves and all that. It's like, yeah, we're here to win a game. So we never really do it, but it is tough fixtures, to be honest. We could throw that card last week. So what Dumpty in the league or telly or whatever it is has said we should play Hartlepool on a Saturday away at 7:30 kick-off, a part-time outfit. Well, that's absolutely useless. Why not do it on a Friday night or whatever, or have a bit of common sense and all that, So you're telling me working, part-time outfit, lads got to go to work and all that, We've got to get our way up on a Saturday, play the game at 7:30 at night. Well, that's just daft and all that, So there's things like that in football I think are stupid. And who done that? I wish I knew who done it, because I would tell them it's stupid as well. So things like that are daft. So, we've got to live with that, but you do that, you sit here, I might be sitting here next week saying, see that referee's decision there, too many games again, we're part-time, but at the minute we're doing well, so I'm best off keep your mouth shut, because if I start complaining, and stuff like that, we're can't at the minute, but we're not to have some excellent sides in the league, some excellent managers in the league. We got to train at a tempo all the time. We've got to play at a tempo. Good football inside Barrow. They're not the Barrow from a few years ago when we had Musa de Harvers of the world playing. The football inside. They'll come here to play football. They're a good side. We've got an excellent side at Torquay. Obviously with Gary, we've had battles with last season, and because they never beat us last year, we'll probably want to try to do that this year. So Nobody's daft, I'm not daft either, so we're just got to go a bit, but you got to enjoy it when you can, not be scared of it. Like people saying, oh, being top and being scared of it, and we need the supporters on the side, and I said, especially in the home games, oh, we have records the best in the country, I keep saying, but in home games, we need people to be patient a bit and being on our side, and they have done, the supporters have been brilliant. They were brilliant on Bank Holiday Monday as well. But if you're scared about playing a football game and winning it, you may as well jack it in. If you look at the table, where do you want to be? Top of the league? I know we're top in a minute, even though I don't know who's probably third, fourth, fifth or sixth or whatever. I know probably second because Smudge and all that, you know, but I'll struggle after that because it's not really something I would study. Because whatever happens, win a couple of, like, if we created a dream and got out of this league, we'll still win the game next year. So it's scared of football. Flipping heck, man. There's a lot more things to be scared of, isn't there?
There is.
Like spiders. I'm scared of spiders, you know. Dude. I watched the Tarzan films when I was younger. You know, when I used to go on the web and used to get hung in the web, and a big spider. So I've always been scared of spiders. So Ryan shouted this morning, Dad, there's a spider in the room. I said, I'm not coming in there and get it. I've got one in the shed. It's the size of a cat. It talks to you when you walk in. So I am scared of spiders.
Ah, well, that's one thing I've got over you then.
Yeah.
I just want to ask one more thing in relation to the Dover game. I know it's nothing to do with you, what team the opposition manager picks, but Andy Hessenthaler had Ini Effion, who scored on Saturday, and then he put him on the bench on Monday, and I'm going to assume he was completely fit because he came on. I think I've said to you once before, we've had a manager here in the past whose philosophy was that he would always play a player against his old team, and Andy Hessenthaler didn't choose to do that. I'm not asking you to comment on that selection, but as a general principle, do you think it's a good idea?
I think it depends if you win a game.
As a forward.
If you win a game, but if he's played on that Ashford turf on Saturday and scored, I imagine he'd be knackered. And had a good result, he'd be knackered, so he probably went Pavey up top. Because I thought we had front three cause our back four problems in the first half. At one point, the kid who was with the long hair, he was out, last season, last year. He was at Welland last year.
Yeah,
a couple of times he's run at Cookie, and Cookie was saying, I was going to hide Cookie a life jacket at one point to help him out. He's getting out, so I thought but as the game went on, Effion's a good player, and you know, you put him on, and you're thinking if he had done us on the counter, you might nick a goal. But it's all like, I looked on Saturday. It's funny, Saturday comes and you're thinking we look tired. I thought in your mind you're thinking all weekend, we've got to make a few changes in this heat. And I remember walking up the stairs here thinking that Ian's sitting over there, and we looked and I thought, and he's got one of them as well. But can't you change nothing, can we? And that's the honest truth what we felt, you know, when the game and Martin comes up and said, we can't change anything, and it's like, well, we could do this, could do that, but nobody out of all of work were convinced that changes were needed. Was that the right thing? You don't know, but we knew we'd make early changes, and that's why the Hodges has got to come on and things like that. But these lads want it, and people really want to get the first team. Sam Howes and people like that. I had a good chat with Sam last night. Very sensible, you know, and stuff. But you know, Rossi's doing well at the minute, but he's got to wait his turn like everybody else. At the minute, nobody can really answer to managers because of winning games. There's only Heidi who comes steaming in, but he's done a massive reaction by scoring a goal. So, but playing teams against the ex-teams, I don't know, because we could say, well, you should always play them against them. Well, was it a mistake by me playing Gavin against Torquay last season? Because he cost me the game. And he's been our best. I think he's been unique this year. So, you know, if we play on Tuesday night, it would be a case of leaving Gavin out, wouldn't it? Because can he handle playing against Torquay? There's horses for courses, you know what I mean? So that's the way we look at it.
No, I get that. Okay, let's move on. What is there any news on the fitness of specifically Musa and Max?
I think Max has got a story. I think Musa's fit for this weekend. He trained last night. He trained all right last night. I think he's fit this weekend. Will he come into it? We don't know. Like I say, I think Paddy and Gavin's been outstanding. I do. In a back four, threes or whatever, I'll do it and all that. I've done really well. So, but the good thing is, Musa come back in the squad's only going to help her and all that. You know, and the competition for players, the lads know that we can leave anybody out now. For years, or a couple of years, son of Dowse, Josh Casey's never going to get left out of the team. Now, nobody rates a lad more than I do. I think he's the best in this league, me. But because we've got Tariq now, he could play there. So if Casey needed a breather, I wouldn't do it. You know what, you know? That's happened the first time with Nathan Collier playing all them positions. And so for the first time, everybody's vulnerable for getting left out. You know, like Sean come off on Saturday and he's been excellent for us. And you know, I get it and all that because I wanted to go a little bit with Hodgie and all that and a bit more attacking to try to win the game. So everybody's vulnerable to getting left out. So I think I've never had it like that here. It's always been sort of 5 or 6 players knew we would play.
Yeah.
You know, I don't think anybody does, to be honest, including me captain. and including my goalkeeper or my centre forward, where we can drag people and can put people. The bench is getting stronger and stronger. Musa's, if he gets on the bench tomorrow or if he plays, this is going to make us stronger.
Yeah.
But Max is running, but not quite right at the minute, I don't think.
Okay. The loan players, is there any specific further information or news you can give us? For example, Tyreek Johnson is on loan till January.
January, yep. January.
There was a rumour that it's already been extended for the whole season.
Not at all. January it is at the minute.
Right.
We keep in touch with Southampton every game, just like we do with Forest, just like we do with Crawley. We are working on extending Ibs's now. We're working on Turby's now. We've had chats with Forest and Crawley. It seems brilliant at the minute, no problem. But until it's signed, we can't really further it.
Sure.
We're delighted to have Turby here. He's part of the furniture here. He's part of the family here, and stuff. And his family come far and wide. He's and he's this great for Ibs has come in, give a new dimension of a player, which we're delighted with him as well. So we're delighted with all three loan signings. Where, like I said, we've got Michelle get a spot on this year. Jake Gray's come in, played a lot of football league games, and he'll be very good for us as well. But again, he's probably come in thinking, we just want to bank holiday weekend. It's difficult. So we'll have to come in at the right times, or somebody plays bad. And like I say, the only one I've got any sympathy for really is Pooks, because he hasn't done anything wrong and played a game, man and match, and left him out. That's a decision we had to make, getting Turby in the team, because we wanted to pass the ball better, that. So there you go. What's the cause? That's what we offer loans at the minute.
So Jake Gray. What can you tell us about him as a player?
He played a lot of positions, midfielder. He played out wide as well. To be honest, he's a very talented lad, very talented kid. And something happened about Yeovil, which he probably not want to go into really, but he's not in a bad way, but they confidence a little bit, I think. So he needs a bit of confidence. We need to give him some love and care, which some players do. Some players don't need any love and care at all, but he does. He needs to be told that he's a good player. He needs to be told that this is a club he can achieve what he wants to achieve at. So little things are different. So he'll be alright. He'll come through it, I think.
And what's his status? Is he on loan from somewhere?
No, the same.
Right.
Same, no loan at all. The same. The three lads we mentioned, early loans we've got
Yes.
at the minute, and we're trying to extend them as we speak. The rest of them are signed on. We haven't got any room at the minute to get anybody else in the team. We don't want to be honest. We don't. But things will happen. Not everybody's on a contract. Things can change and all that. And we'll probably. I imagine we're the only team in the whole league who's got players not on contract. I imagine we're a team being a part time. But that's how we work. And you believe in loyalty, and if you do a handshake with a player, you got to believe in that as well. So we'll not go anywhere, and I don't want to get rid of him. So we just got to go bit by bit. I'm sure the lads will.
Okay. You talked a little bit about Barrow. I had a quick look at the league table this morning. They're nearer the bottom than the top, and they've had quite a mixed bag of results. But they've got this lad Scott Quigley, who's been about 4 games in a row, I think.
I'll tell you that. Heidi will tell him that he has as well, because that's what I think. Like the Heidi and Gavin, you don't have to tell them how good they're doing, because they know themselves. You know what I mean? Quigley's a good lad. Scores goals. Like you see, above Old, they had everybody likes the Musas and that, they're a different side now, a bit smaller and all that. They'll pass the ball well. They'll try to get the 2 centre half split, get the 2 full backs up the pitch and things like that. So if you dive in or you don't hold your discipline, it could pop it around you and cause troubles. Just like Fale could have done and all that, and stuff, and or Chesterfield could have done as well. So I don't think they'll go back and front as quickly as a lot of teams in our league, but they will try to play it, and we've got to be prepared. We worked on training sessions about compact that. We've got a different shape maybe we might go with, because the 3-5-2, 4-3-3 has been working. But again, in this league, who would have watched videos, we've got to tweak it a little bit every now and again. We worked on that last night about tweaking it if we can. And if we go a different shape, we just got to try to win a game of football. Nothing changes.
Okay, I've got 2 things I want to sort of quote to you to finish off. First is Toby Edson in the Serie A today doing an interview. He says that at the moment he loves being the underdog in all these games, and it's great proving people wrong. And you said over and over before pre-season what you wanted was players who had a point to prove, wanted to prove people wrong. And here you got Toby saying it's brilliant doing exactly that.
I'll be underdogs again tomorrow. I think people on the outside will think we'll get done tomorrow because I think the bubble's going to burst. And the lads know that. So we're underdogs again tomorrow. We'll certainly be underdogs on Tuesday. So we're not bothered. He's not the only one, because I've got something to prove. Ian Dyer has, Martin Taylor has, Matt Winter has, management have. And there's not that many players in there who haven't. Kate Fernand's played a lot at this level, but last time he was at this level, got relegated. He's got released by a couple of clubs. Your lads on loan, Johnson, Metty, haven't played a lot of senior football. Donald's the same, and all that, you know, and stuff like that. The Harvard got let go by Dover. Ben Gavin the same. Casey's never played at this level. Cook's never played at this level. Manny got let go by Bowman Wood. You know, I'm just trying to go through it now, like, you know. And Torps got let go or left, obviously Barnett. So I don't think there's many out there. Hodges never played at this level at all. So when anybody was saying, "Oh, I'm a bit worried about this, a bit worried about that," and all the rest of it, it was all my intention to get a group of players in, including the manager, who hasn't done it because he's got everything to prove. So I want to try to prove out the manager at this level. I haven't done it yet, just the time being. And if the players think the same, it is us against anybody else. The whole world, even when you watch the BT highlights and things like that, nobody's mentioned we've got to make the most of this. Got to make the most of what? We've got to win games of football. So I'm not making the most of anything. We haven't talked about being top of the league once. We haven't mentioned about where we are. I went mad at half time on Monday. I really got into the players at half time Monday. We went absolutely nuts. I went mad a bit last night because of the standards what the players have always set. The players have been absolutely brilliant, but they're honest bunch of boys. But we've got to win football matches. So nothing changed in Mars. Neither being top of the league and being 6th by Christmas and 12th by February or not. We're here to win games. Once I stop winning them, that's why I'm not be sitting here.
Sure. Lastly, then, this is a couple of sentences from the internet. I think it was David Potter who wrote this. There's such a long way to go to stay up, but the work rate and organisation is up there with anything I've seen from working teams before. We've had more talented players, but the way we're set up is perfect to get the most from what we have. I'd love to see how Dowse would have managed some of the players other managers had in their times with the club. And my question is, what players from the past would displace someone from tomorrow's team?
I'll take Neil Smith in there.
Yeah.
I would. I'd Clive Walker, Lloydie White, Shane White, Lawrence Batty. Guess I'd go up front. There's quite a few I would change, to be honest, David. I know the history very well at work. So there'll be a few. The only thing is, if you look in the amount of football we've played and the goals, especially one at Crawley, and we were past it the other day. I think we'll get. Okay, let people talk, because I think people are saying the work we had settling on and together, and a lads lot together properly, and you need good minders to do that and all that, you know. And so I'm very pleased how they're on, how we're working. There's never been we don't manage people who don't work hard, and you get found out in the group. If you're not working hard, you get found out by me going into it, whatever, by me captain or somebody digging people out. You get found out if you don't work hard in this team. So I've got to work hard more than anybody. But what I try to tell the players and all, people will probably say, Dowse, why did you want a job so much? Because I know the history. I've just mentioned the players in the past. I wouldn't mind a few of them in our team, even though our team's doing great. I think we could change 11 of them, to be honest, for the players that had with the Walkers of the world and all the rest of it. Not that our lot would have got in that team at this minute, but it can prove to that in the next year or two that it could do, you know. So there's, you know, even from the Trevor Barnes, you could go through these great players. Who's your favourite ever player?
Tom Hutchinson.
There you are, okay. And Tom Hutchinson.
Yeah. Well,
he's minging for me at Kingstonian. So anyway, you got him.
Way down there.
That's right. So anyway, no, great lad, Tom and Ed, both good lads and all that, you know.
Yeah.
So if you know the history, we have had a Legends Night the other day, and like Clive Walker, we thumped the club. Jeff Chappell's best ever sight. We thumped the whole club, how he was and how he acted and how it was. So even though our lads are fantastic, we're not going to be so daft to say we could get in the teams what got in the trophy final, or finished second in the league twice, or should have got promoted, why have we built a new stand for. That's what we've got to try to achieve. I've got to be the same as the most successful manager of all time in non-leagues, Jeff Chappell. I've got to try to emulate him. I've got to try to do better. You don't want to do it just as well, you want to do better. And that's what the players have got to do. But we haven't got anybody who could get in them teams at the minute, unfortunately. Will we one day? Let's keep our fingers crossed.
Brilliant. Thanks very much. See you tomorrow.
Okay, see you now. Bye.